so early. Welcome. 7 a.m. and today we're doing Dead Sea Scrolls and Rabbinic Writings, page 63. I'm still sleepy. I haven't had my coffee yet, so let's get started. We're going to read two sections. First one, Dead Sea Scrolls. The term Dead Sea Scrolls on page 63 is used to describe those literary works that were discovered beginning in 1947 at about 11 locations near the Dead Sea community of Qumran. Tens of thousands of fragments were found. From cave 4 alone, the remains of nearly 500 different volumes were discovered. From cave 4 alone, 500 different volumes were discovered. From 1953 to 56, a complex of buildings was excavated near the caves that is most certainly the community from which the scrolls came. The scrolls were probably copied or written between 250 BC and AD 68, when the community was destroyed by the Romans. I feel so half asleep. I'm sorry if anyone is actually listening and I sound boring. I don't know why I didn't drink my coffee. I don't even know. This is the first thing I do, but not today. Today I drank water. That's not going to wake me up. Here you go. All right, so what does the picture say? The picture says, I don't know. What does the picture say? Part of the excavated Essene community buildings at Qumran. The Dead Sea can be seen in the distance. Cool. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. So the community was destroyed by the Romans in AD 68. So these scrolls were copied or written around 250 BC to AD 68. Okay, that's the moral of the story. Moving on. The scrolls, which represented the library of over 800 volumes belonging to the community, were hidden in the caves to save them from destruction. Very smart. As we saw earlier, the Jews who lived here were probably Essenes, who believed they were living in the last days. The scrolls naturally reflect the interests of the community. There are biblical texts representing every book in the Old Testament except Esther. There is apocryphal and pseudepigraphal material of the sort mentioned above yesterday. Devotional material such as psalms, prayers, blessings, and hymns, Bible commentaries, and paraphrases, parentheses, targums, and numerous documents designed to govern community life. The Manual of Discipline being the best known. So the document designed to govern community life, Manual of Discipline being the best known. Taken all together, these 800 volumes show how rich and varied the literature and theology of the Jews were during the time of Jesus. And just a quick credit, we're reading Encountering the New Testament by Yarbrough and Elwell, so that we can strive to have a history and theology that is a better, I'm half asleep. So we can strive to have history and theology, hold on, I can get this. We can strive to have a historical and theological understanding that is deeper than what you can find on a meme. Moving on, rabbinic writings. I promise I'll drink my coffee next time. I'm so out of it, sleepy. This material developed over a period. So now we're on rabbinic writings, okay? Not Dead Sea Scrolls. This material developed over a period of 600 years, receiving the final form in two large collections known as the Jerusalem Talmud, compiled at the end of the 4th or early 5th century AD, and the Babylonian Talmud, compiled at the end of the 5th century AD.
These large, complicated works, the Babylonian Talmud runs to some 6,000 pages, represent Pharisaic teaching gathered together over the centuries. Pharisaic teaching over the centuries, okay? The core of the Talmud is the Mishnah, a collection of rabbinic sayings that was written down by Rabbi Judah the Patriarch at the beginning of the 3rd century AD. It consists of 6 major sections divided into 63 tractates. Hey, we came across that vocabulary word, tractates. I was wondering when that would come up. Okay, so there's 6 major sections of the Mishnah, I guess, divided into 63 tractates, dealing mainly with legal matters related to temple ritual, civil and criminal law, marriage, the Sabbath, and the like. A good bit of this comes from Jesus's day and before, but it is often hard to date the material precisely because it has been edited at a later date. To the Mishnah were added later sayings, comments, and expansions, collectively called the Gemara, and together they became the Talmud. All this material is very helpful in understanding the content of the New Testament, although care must be exercised in using it. In some ways, it is helpful in showing us what the New Testament is not, namely, a vast collection of minute and often contradictory rules. The emphasis found in Jesus and Paul is on the grace of God who forgives sins and does not impose a weight of requirements that simply cannot be borne. It was rules such as those found in the later Mishnah that Jesus said were heavy burdens. Matthew, for reference, chapter 23, verse 4. In contrast to the burden that he offered, which was light or easy to bear, and reference for that is Matthew 11. But it must also be remembered that Jesus said the law contained matters of great consequence, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. And these must be done, reference Matthew 23, and these must be done, reference Matthew 23. Jesus taught much the same things as the rabbis, because like them, he was building on God's revelation in the Old Testament. Unfortunately, many of the rabbis had so buried that revelation beneath a mountain of rules that the truth could no longer be found. It was that fact that Jesus was objecting to. Tomorrow, the reading will be called, the section will be called Other Writings. And the vocabulary word for tomorrow is midrash and low. Tomorrow is the last writing for chapter 2, the last reading for chapter 2. I'm still half asleep, y'all. Coffee time. I can't believe I didn't have coffee before this. Okay, tomorrow we finish chapter 2. Please join me. Thank you for joining me today for Dead Sea Scrolls and Rabbinic Writings. Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy your day. Bye. End live video. Bye, YouTube. Y'all have a good day now. Goodbye.